Hey guys, Tina here and welcome to another reading vlog. I just decided to split these vlogs that I'm doing during Tome Topple into shorter videos because, well, honestly, I don't think that people really want to watch long vlogs. Or if you do, let me know. But I don't think, because I do ramble a lot and it just makes sense that I would split them up. Anyways, I already posted my first Tome Topple reading vlog up, so you can go check it out on my channel, or, maybe you already have, I don't know. But yeah, today is a Wednesday and I will be starting two new books. I sort of again brought a new one in, and that is not part of my original TBR, but I feel like I want to read it, and it's tempting me, and I've heard mixed things about it, at least lately. Reviews maybe have not been so great anymore, and I'm talking about A Fury Born by Claire Legrand, which is, it's a beautiful cover, but I already managed to rip the dust jacket, which does not make me happy. And anyways, this is about, it's a fantasy YA book again, about two girls that live 1,000 years apart, and the first one we follow, basically, I think her friend is killed, and then she sort of reveals that she has all 7 types of magic, which is something that the prophesized queen is supposed to have, so she has to go through a few trials. And the other girl lives 1,000 years later, and I think she's sort of a rebel. I could be wrong because I just skimmed the synopsis. And yeah, there's a beautiful map inside. Well, the dust jacket will come off because I don't want to rip it even more. So there's a nice map inside. As you know, we all know that fantasy books require maps. Yeah, and there's sort of this like appendix at the end that shows, like, it's a table of all types of magic and information about it. So it's just, well, the book itself is just shy of 500 pages, but with the acknowledgements, it does reach that magical number. Let me know, do you read acknowledgements? Because I usually do, at least skim them. I don't always read them like very carefully, but I do skim through them. Except that, sometimes, like with Brandon Sanderson, sometimes I feel like he gives a lot of information on how the book came to be. Not just like who helped, but just what the process was like. And I do like reading about that. So I definitely usually at least skim through the acknowledgements. But what's your opinion about that? I don't know. Do you just skip them, or I don't know? And the other book that I will be listening to is A Red Sister, and I think we already established that this is a book about a girl assassin who lives in a convent, or is raised there, or is trained there. I mean, I've mentioned this plot so many times before, but anyways. And this one does not have a map, which, how very much dare they make a fantasy book without a map. But there's author's notes at the beginning, I guess, giving us some information, or sort of a legend, I guess, about the people and orders and everything that this book contains. So I will be reading that in a physical format, and then I'll be switching off to an audiobook, and I'm really looking forward to this as well. So yeah, that's basically the plan for the next few days, and I will be updating you as soon as I actually make some progress. So today is Saturday, and I have not been updating you regularly at all, but nothing much has happened since I last talked to you. I am still listening to The Red Sister by Mark Lawrence, so I'm about halfway through, and I'm not gonna finish it during the weekend. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen. So maybe Monday. I don't know. So far, I'm really liking it. It does remind me, the story. It does remind me of Blood Song by Anthony Ryan. It's sort of, in a way, similar, like the events that are happening. Some of the events, I don't know. It just reminds me of that one a lot. The writing style I'm enjoying, I think. I don't really care for the narrator, which is my problem. If you're listening to an audiobook, that is sort of important. But aside from that, I'm really enjoying it. And Nana is, she's a fun character. She's sort of secretive, She tells stuff when she feels like it and changes her story a lot and things like that. So that's interesting because she is, well, I wouldn't say a manipulator, but she tends to be unreliable, at least when it comes to her friends and the things that she tells them, anyways. But so far so good. I'm liking the setting. I'm liking it sort of also reminds me of Harry Potter with all the teachers and the different classes that they have. It's I don't know, it's sort of like a mixture, and so far I'm really enjoying it. And then I claimed that I will start Fury Born by Claire LeGrand, and I read half a chapter, I think, or so, but then decided that reading two new fantasy books and getting to know two different new fantasy worlds is just too much for me, so I decided to pick up Rivers of London by Ben Aronovich, which is a paranormal murder mystery, and about this police officer or something that comes to a crime scene and then starts interviewing a ghost, and he realizes that he can, I guess, see dead people, and I don't know. I basically did not make a lot of progress, but I've occasionally heard people talk about this series and so claiming that it's fun. So yeah, hopefully that will be the case, but I have to actually get to it. So yeah, basically that's the update. And again, talk to you when I have more to say. So today's Tuesday, and instead of you just getting a random clip of me reading in various places or not even doing that, I can actually tell you that I finished reading The Red Sister by Mark Lawrence, and I really ended up enjoying this. I have to say that the writing style is not exactly to my taste, and neither is the narrator. I did get used to her, but she's not my favorite. But anyways, I ended up enjoying this book. I really like Nana, as we already established, and this video. This is a story about this girl who comes to a convent, and then there she's trained and just taught very different things, and I actually really enjoyed it, which is actually not that surprising because people have been raving about this book for a while now. And Nana as a character is sort of mysterious, sort of very dodgy when it comes to telling the truth. She tells various versions of it throughout the book, and it's basically not until towards the end when we actually learn what actually happens to her previously. So she's sort of like that. There's a lot of, actually this book is basically revolving around female characters, which is really exceptional because you don't get this huge of a female cast in other fantasy books, at least none that I have read. So that was a lot of fun to read about, because a lot of women in one place is, in my opinion, never a good thing. I mean, nothing good can come of that, but all in all, it was a really enjoyable read. And there's another train, because why not? I already stopped filming because there was a train, and there's another one, of course. Anyways, as I said, I really enjoyed it. Of course, it has to be a long one. What I really liked is, it's sort of, well, I didn't really like it, or I did like it because it reminded me of other books that I read. There are definitely some segments or scenes that remind me of, I don't know, Blood Song by Anthony Ryan, some things that happened during this training, because the setting is sort of similar, because in that book we also follow this boy who sort of ends up in this convent and is then trained. And it also reminded me of Harry Potter for some reason. Not that the atmosphere is quite similar, because this is a lot more adult and a lot more gruesome. But I don't know, just the different classes that they have, and just sort of the space, the convent, and the way it's sort of spread out, and sort of you never know where you're going to end up. I don't know, it's sort of mysterious, I guess. Sort of, I don't know. It reminded me sort of, I guess, of Hogwarts for some reason. It might just be me, honestly, so don't expect to exactly find that, probably. I mean, so yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm really happy that I got around to reading it. I will continue on, of course, with Grey Sister. I'm just not exactly sure when, because I don't know, there's a bunch of readathons coming up that, well, just two others that I would like to participate in, and I'm not sure whether or not I'll manage to squeeze it in. I probably could. I'll have to go try to do that. Right now, oh, okay, wait, I have to move you because it's beneath you in the book that I'm gonna talk about next. So now, okay. Yes, that's fine. So now we'll start reading Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey. I don't see myself actually finishing this before the end of Tome Topple. It might happen, not likely. But if that doesn't happen, of course, I will just continue it, reading it during the summer biennial bibliothon, I guess. I will try to squeeze it in then. But yeah, this is sci-fi. Basically murder mystery in space, and I read book 1 a while back, and now I want to continue, and I think I'm pretty sure I covered this already in one of my videos, if not in this one already, so excuse me. But yeah, that's basically the update for now, and talk to you later. I just had to come here and update really quick. It's nothing related to my reading, but I'm so excited by the news. Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling, is coming out with the next Cormoran Strike book, and it's supposed to come out on the September 18th, and I'm really looking forward to it because this is not really far away, and I have been itching for this book for, well, since I read the last one, which is Career of Evil, and oh, I love it so much. This is gonna be so good. Luckily, you know, her books come really quickly once they're announced, because if I had to wait like another year for it, I would be dying right now. And I'm really, this is gonna be so good. And I'm also really scared because that last scene in Career of Evil just, was so, I hated it, sort of. And I have to say I'm not a fan of the cover. Please, the one cover that we have out right now, it doesn't look like it's gonna match the rest of the UK books, at least. It is gonna match, I think, the new books that tie in with the new covers that tie in with the TV series. But okay, whatever. I'm gonna live. I just want the book, and yes, I'm gonna get it soon. So today's Thursday, and I figured it's time that I did a little update again to, to let you know how my reading is going. And currently I'm reading Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey, and I'm really enjoying it. So this is the continuation of Leviathan Wakes, in which we meet the crew of this spaceship, and they stumble into this situation that gets them into a lot of trouble, and they have to run for their life, basically. And there's also a missing girl missing, and the situation, this one is somewhat similar. There's another girl missing, and they sort of get caught up into that thing, and they are trying to figure out what's going on there. And this is definitely a series in which you have to read the books in order, because what took place in the previous book actually still matters a lot in this one, and is actually causing a lot of things to move forward regarding the whole, our solar system. But yeah, I'm really liking it. I love the crew. I love the characters just in general. There's this one older lady whose name I cannot pronounce. Avarasala, I think it's how it's pronounced, because I'm listening to it, and I think that's how they pronounce it in the audiobook. And I've realized that when I'm listening to an audiobook, instead of reading like a physical copy, I never remember the names. That's just something I don't register. I mean, I know which character is which and all that, but names are just something that, yeah. But this old lady, she is cranky and a total bitch, but she makes me smile a lot, because she's, she just serves it. She just gives it how she sees it, and yeah, she's fantastic. I really like her. And I started rewatching the first season of this series, because you can find it. It's on Netflix, but I'm pretty sure you can probably watch it somewhere else as well. The Expanse. And yeah, it's good. I like it. And I really love reading this book, or listening to it anyways. And I'm like 150 pages, I think. I think I have about that much left, and hopefully I will manage to finish that by tomorrow, by the end of Tome Topple, which this is the goal anyways. So yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm so happy that I finally decided to pick it up again, because hopefully now I won't have to, I won't have to, I don't have to, but hopefully I won't wait this long until I continue on with the series, because I think it was like 2 years, 2.5 years now since I read the first one. It was just before the first series season came out, so now I think it's the third, so yeah, it's been a while. Really worth it if you like, if you want to try sci-fi. I think this is a perfect series. It's not, yes, there's scientific language and all that, and that I definitely don't get, but all in all, it's about people, about the situation, and just humanity in general, and how much we suck sometimes. So yeah, talk to you again tomorrow, hopefully, or even today, because there's a train coming again, so I should end this. So yeah. So it's Friday, and today Tome Topple will end, and I will basically be ending it right now, because yesterday evening I managed to finish Caliban's War by James S. A. Corey, and I honestly really enjoyed it. It was a great read, and I had a great time with it. I will sort of miss some of the characters, because I figured that while we do follow the crew from the original ship that we, got acquainted with in the first book, the other characters are sort of not always there, and there's definitely one that I will miss a lot, and that is Avarna Sala. She's a great character, and hopefully she will appear. I don't know, I mean, from the looks of it, I don't think so, but still, she was my favorite character in this book. She was always swearing and just grumpy and cranky, and well, that's the same, but still, she was a lot of fun to read, so I will miss her. I will now attempt to, in the next couple of weeks, watch the first two well, not episodes, but seasons of The Expanse, and then hopefully get to book 3 sometime after Booktubeathon. Probably not during it, although that is an option, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm so happy that I finally picked it up. So basically that's it for my Tome Topple vlog. I guess I figured that there's going to be more than 2 videos, but this one, well, hopefully it's not going to be too long. We shall see while I start editing it. And yeah, I managed to read 4 books during these 2 weeks, and I'm pretty happy about that number. So the first was The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell, which was a really enjoyable book, and at the same time I was reading also Save the Date by Morgan Matson, and the review for those 2 will be up on Monday, I think. And then I also managed to read Red Sister by Mark Lawrence, and also, as I already mentioned, Caliban's War, which was great. I actually enjoyed all of the books, so I had a really good 2 weeks, and I'm happy that I participated. And now I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Actually, no, I'm ready to listen to another book, but still. And then on Monday, I think, it's the start of Summer Biennial Bibliothon, which, if you haven't seen, I already posted my TBR for that. And yeah, hopefully that week is going to be just as awesome. So yeah, basically that's it. I hope you enjoyed these vlogs. I'm not sure how fun they are, but yeah, I have, at least fun filming them, so yeah, that's a plus. And yes, thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.